has announced a preliminary trade deal with China. During their meeting, Chinese President Xi Jinping told the Prime Minister he is willing to keep working to improve ties.
Bro, stop scrolling. One of these cars can spin in place like a tank. Another doesn't even have a rear window. And one literally drops a 40-inch movie screen from the ceiling. And Canada is about to get them. I'm not exaggerating. By the end of this video, you're going to question everything you thought you knew about cars. This video starts with the top 5 Chinese EVs that are 100% coming for the Canadian market. And if even half of what I'm about to tell you is true, North America's car scene is about to get absolutely obliterated. Like, the ground beneath Detroit and Silicon Valley might shake a little when these vehicles roll up. Okay, let's set the stage. It's 2026. Tariffs in Canada have dropped to a barely noticeable 6.1%, and suddenly cars that were once only for China are starting to sneak over the border. And before we go on, do me a favor, hit that like button, because if you think this video is wild at the start, just wait, you're not ready for car number 1. Let's go. Bro, I gotta say it right now, the Zeekr 001 might be the first car on this list, but it's not the boring starter bike you think. This thing has 0 to 60 in under 2.8 seconds, 900-volt architecture, and in Canada, it might cost less than some Accord trims. Hold up, you see that? That's not a spaceship parked next to me. That's just the beginning. Okay, check out this front fascia. This isn't a sedan, this is what happens when a Porsche Taycan and a concept EV from 2099 have an electric baby. The headlights aren't just LEDs, they're intelligent matrix projectors with 64 independently controlled LEDs that do a choreography when you approach it. And the grille area? Closed for aero efficiency, but styled like a futuristic predator sniffing the horizon. Those hidden air curtains and sculpted hood channels don't just look cool, they reduce drag, while simultaneously making every other EV look like it's still practicing for driver's ed. Slide around to the sides and holy smokes, we're talking 22-inch forged multi-spoke wheels, ultra-low profile rubber, and frameless soft-closed doors that shut like a bank vault. No joke. You know how US cars sometimes feel hollow or cheap on the outside? Not here. Every bodyline on this thing looks like it was carved by a jealous Italian sculptor who drank 3 espressos too many. Now watch this. Taillights are a continuous light bar, but they animate when you lock or unlock the car. There's no goofy rear window spoiler, it's integrated seamlessly. Even the diffuser and rear bumper feel purposeful. Like, yeah, I'm fast, you don't have to ask twice. Okay, real talk. This thing runs on a 900-volt electrical architecture, which alone should make you tilt your head. Why? Because that's tech we aspire to see in the West, not just in concept videos. 912 horsepower, dual motors, and a 0 to 60 time of roughly 2.8 seconds. It can charge from 10% to 80% in about 7 minutes on a high-speed DC charger. I've said this before on this channel, this thing charges faster than my phone drains on a flight, and its peak power output at high states of charge remains so linear and smooth, it feels like lightning on rails. And here's something most reviewers gloss over. This car is not some lightweight toy. It comes with a robust crash structure, numerous airbags spread front, side, and curtain zones, plus a full ADAS suite, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, collision avoidance, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, driver monitoring, and high-speed highway assist. This thing doesn't just drive fast, it actively tries to make sure you don't crash while you do it. Now, when I first sat inside the Zeekr 001, I was like, bro, did I just step into an airplane cabin? The cabin is trimmed in two-tone Alcantara and premium Napa leather. And I'm not talking we slapped some leather here. I'm talking seamless stitching, metal accent lines, real feel. The 15.4-inch center display tilts towards you like it knows you're the driver, and the UI is smooth, fluid, high-res. None of this laggy stuff. The 28-speaker Yamaha surround system, yeah, it doesn't just play music, it pressurizes the cabin like a mini concert hall. And the seats? Full-blown spa-level massage with rolling zones, intensity settings, and patterns that make you forget your mortgage payment exists. Space isn't an afterthought either. You've got generous rear legroom, a trunk that swallows Costco runs, and storage bins that don't make you feel like you're living in a storage closet. This is family-usable luxury on another level. Alright, here's where it gets sick. In China, a fully loaded Zeekr 001 can start around 36,000 USD, even with Canadian markups, still likely cheaper than a loaded Honda Accord or base Porsche Taycan. Yes, I said it, a Porsche competitor for Accord money. But listen, before you get too comfortable, car number 4 actually shocked me even more than this one. Car number 4 doesn't just turn heads, it removes the rear window entirely. Bro, what is happening? Honestly, the Avatr 12 might be the first car on this list that made me say, okay, that feels illegal to put in a vehicle. Seriously, the rear window? Gone. And what replaced it? I'll get to that. Take a look at the front fascia here. Those E-shaped LED signatures are insane, like glowing veins on a futuristic robot. The headlamps are ultra-thin, ultra-bright, and adaptive in real time. And under the surface, hidden LiDAR sensors, triple LiDAR, embedded cleanly in the bumper. That's not cheap hardware, that's next-gen perception tech. Slide to the side, and guess what? This thing doesn't even have traditional side mirrors. No, instead, you get camera mirrors, high-def feeds that stream directly to screens inside. Wheels? Massive 21-inch aero rims with ultra-low rolling resistance tires. Glass? Insanely panoramic, but don't expect a rear glass panel. Like I said, they took it away. Yes, the rear is solid metal, not a single window. This isn't a design oversight, it's intentional. The camera system streams real-time visuals inside. It's like something out of Minority Report or Halo. And honestly, it works. No blind spots, no glare, just pure tech. Underneath, we're looking at a dual-motor AWS system with serious grunt. We're talking 0 to 60 in around 3.1 seconds, and competitive range figures that blow past older EV standards. It's smooth, silent, powerful, the kind of acceleration that doesn't just push you back, it makes your soul react. And functionally, this car is stacked. Full ADAS, multi-camera fusion with LiDAR redundancy safety, collision avoidance that feels like an extra pair of eyes. This thing is borderline autonomous. Bro, the interior is where I lost my mind. One single piece of glass spans the entire dashboard, a 35.4K panoramic halo screen. No bezels, no seams. It's like a glowing canvas that knows what you want before you do. The UI is futuristic yet intuitive, perfect for daily driving and wild flexing alike. The seats? Zero gravity recline mode. You literally sit in a slightly reclined, weightless posture that feels like floating. Zero gravity zones, multi-directional adjustments, and massage programs that feel like a chiropractor programmed them. Storage is clever. Flip up hidden bins in the doors, wireless charging pads big enough to fit multiple devices, and Cabian ambient lighting that breathes with the car's state. There's spacious rear seating, enough for adults on long trips, and the cargo area, while not massive, is perfectly usable for weekend gear or shopping runs. Visibility is weirdly excellent despite the missing rear window, thanks to the live camera feed. And the best part? The price. In its home market, the Avatr 12 ranges roughly $36,000 to $59,000 USD, depending on spec. That's luxury spaceship vibes for less than a base Tesla Model 3 in Canada. And if you think that was nuts, car number 3 does even crazier. Trust me, that feature actually made me drop the camera for a second, and you're going to love it. Bro, I'm dead serious. This next one doesn't just run fast, it breaks physics in the nicest way possible. 1,300 horsepower, quad motors, tank turns, magnetic suspension, this thing is next level. This car looks aggressive, no, predatory. The front end is angular and wide with multi-layered lighting signatures, active aero ducts, and a sculpted hood that looks like it was forged under lightning. The headlights are precise, sharp, and expressive. They don't just light the road, they claim it. Slide along the sides, these 22-inch wheels aren't just big, they're performance-oriented with massive brake calipers that hint at serious stopping power. The body lines are crisp, purposeful, and athletic. It's like a fighter jet learned how to wear couture. At the rear, you've got a full-width LED light bar, an aggressive diffuser, and a presence that screams, "Don't even think about passing me." The whole stance is planted, like it wants to qualify for drag, canyon carving, and grocery runs all in one.
Alright, buckle up. This is where it gets absurd. The U7 uses a quad-motor AWD system with each wheel individually controlled. That means torque vectoring with surgical precision. 1,300 horsepower, magnetic DISA Z suspension that reacts thousands of times per second. You hit a pothole, this car doesn't feel it. You corner hard, it laughs at you. And tank turn? Yeah, that's real. On dry pavement. Dual motors on each axle can rotate wheels in opposite directions and spin the car 360 degrees. Like, what? This car's safety suite is extensive. Multi-camera 360 vision, radar sensors, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise on steroids, lane keeping, collision avoidance, and a body structure that's engineered for rigidity and crash protection. This isn't reckless, it's controlled chaos. Inside feels like stepping into a sci-fi cockpit. A 23.6-inch naked eye 3D cluster floats gauges and info like holograms. The infotainment flows cleanly, fast, responsive, none of that lag you sometimes see in other EVs. Seats are plush but firm, ventilated, heated, and, wait for it, hot stone massage in the rear seats. Rear passengers get 12.8-inch OLED screens and more legroom than some US full-size SUVs. It's big enough for a family, cargo space is usable, and the interior is laid out for comfort and tech immersion. This isn't a toy, it's a daily driver that screams like a race car when you push it. And here's where your jaw might actually unhinge. This level of insanity, 1,300 horsepower, magnetic suspension, rocket acceleration, quad motors, comes in at around $140,000 USD in China, less than a top-end Porsche Taycan Turbo S with half the capability. Let that sink in. Bro, okay, if the Yangwang U7 made you raise an eyebrow, the Nio ET9 will make you question reality. Why? Because this car doesn't just charge, it swaps batteries in under 3 minutes, like a pit stop. A pit stop on your road. What? This thing has presence, not aggressive but refined dominance. The front has sleek LED headlights, an elegant closed grille for aero efficiency, and a sculpted hood that suggests power without being showy. Side profile? It's massive, sleek, and smooth, like a luxury yacht cruising on land. Flush door handles, minimal beltline interruptions, and rear wheel steering make this feel like a big car that handles. At the back, you've got a refined LED light bar that stretches edge to edge, subtle aero spoilers, and a rear stance that whispers, "I'm comfortable being the boss." The powertrain here is elegant in its own way. Nio uses a 925-volt architecture in drive units tuned for efficiency and gutsy performance. Acceleration is smooth and rapid, with effortless mid-range power and confident highway merging. But the real story here? Battery swapping. It's not gimmick, it's engineered to be faster than charging and just as convenient as visiting a gas station. The ET9 bristles with safety tech, multi-camera surround vision, radar, long-range LiDAR, collision avoidance, lane assist, adaptive cruise, driver monitoring, and an overall build designed for structural crash protection. Step inside and the first thing you notice is space. A 120-inch AR HUD projects navigation, driving info, and interactive elements right onto your windshield and road ahead. It's like a video game set to real-life speed. The rear of the cabin feels like first-class airline meets private jet. The executive bridge console runs front to back with fold-out tables, climate controls, cup holders, and an 8-liter smart fridge that chills drinks or snacks perfectly. Seats recline, way recline, with 16-point hot stone massage zones, and the panoramic roof, it tints itself on command in 0.8 seconds. You want daylight? You got it. You want shade? You got it. It's like wearing sunglasses on demand. This car is huge in the best way. Rear legroom is insane, cargo space is generous, and practicality doesn't feel like an afterthought. You could road trip this thing and forget you're in a vehicle. It feels like a living room with wings. And the ET9 starts around $112,000 USD. For this level of luxury, innovation, and battery swapping, that's wild. Bro, this is it. Car number one isn't just a car, it's a luxury manifesto on wheels. If you think interiors are cool, buckle up, because this thing has a 40-inch laser projector screen that drops from the ceiling. We're not talking a little infotainment screen, I mean a theater-level display inside your car. And that's just the beginning. Alright, nose first. The Maestro S800's nose end is liquid sculpture. A galactic LED grille with star-field lighting pulses like it's alive. The headlamps are ultra-thin adaptive laser cluster units that shape light like lasers in a sci-fi movie. The hood is sculpted, wide, purposeful, aggressive yet regal. The sides are long, elegant, and refined, with hidden door handles, minimalist lines, and sleek glass that hints at luxury. Mirrors are camera-based with heated sensors, and the wheels? Massive yet refined, with brake calipers that say performance politely. At the back, the taillights are a sweeping LED signature that wraps the rear like jewel light ribbons. The bumper and diffuser design hint at aero efficiency, but do so with class. No gaudy spoilers, just understated dominance. This is an EREV platform, extended range electric vehicle, which means you get electric efficiency with range confidence. We're talking over 1,300 kilometers of range on a full tank plus battery, and with 6C DC charging, you can add hundreds of kilometers in minutes. Toronto to Montreal, zero anxiety. The Maestro S800 is stacked with safety tech, multi-sensor perception fusion, camera plus radar, occupant monitoring, adaptive cruise, lane assist, blind spot warnings, high-def surround vision, and an overall build designed for structural crash protection. This isn't just luxury, it's smart, attentive safety. Remember that 40-inch projector I mentioned? Yep, press a button and it drops from the ceiling like a reveal in a magic show. Dolby-style audio spreads from 43 speakers with 2,920 watts of power. It doesn't just play music, it performs symphonies inside your cabin. It's not a sound system, it's an orchestra with wheels. The primary dash is luxurious, real leather, crystal trims, wood and metal accents honed to perfection. Huawei didn't half-ass this interior. Seats are insane. Massaging, heated, cooled, adjustable in every direction with memory settings that feel like they read your mind. Rear passengers have legroom that rivals executive sedans twice the price. Climate zones are multi-layered. You want it cool, it knows it. You want it warm, it's done before you blink. Ambient lighting shifts with mood, not just colors, but moods, like a smart interior that feels alive. This car is huge in the best way. Rear legroom is insane, cargo space is generous, and practicality doesn't feel like an afterthought. You could road trip this thing and forget you're in a vehicle. It feels like a living room with wings. And the S800 starts around $140,000 USC. For this level of luxury, innovation, and the executive comfort, that's criminally underpriced. Alright, Torque Atlas family, I'm officially shook. We just looked at 5 Chinese EVs that make the current car market look like the Stone Age. These aren't some half-baked concepts, these are real production machines, with real specs, real tech, and real presence, and Canada is opening the door to them in 2026. Now, I want to know, which one would you take home? Is it the Zeekr 001 with its spaceship exterior and sprint car performance? The Avatr 12, the rear windowless alien craft of dreams? The Yangwang U7 with magnetic suspension and 1,300 horsepower? The Nio ET9 with swap-and-go battery wizardry? Or the Huawei Maextro S800, cinema on wheels and executive throne energy? Drop your pick in the comments. I read every one, even the Tesla fanboys crying into their minimalist steering wheels. Smash that like button if your jaw hit the floor at least once. Subscribe so you don't miss the next insane reveal. Hit that bell because we're just scratching the surface of what's coming from global EV tech. Bro, I'm still shook. Which of these would you drive first? Peace out.